What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Science in 5 Minutes or Less. Today we're going to be talking about fission and fusion. There's actually a little bit that goes into it, but the basic concept of fission and fusion is actually pretty easy. Here's how easy it is, right? Fission, all you have to know about fission, the word fission it means one big thing like this, an atom, just splitting apart. So that's fission, like division, where it just divides, just put an F there, right? And then fusion is going to be a little nerd here, but like Dragon Ball Z, when you fuse together, two things come and turn into one thing. So that's all that fission and fusion really is. So when you hear those words, don't be confused. Fission, division, fusion, coming together. Okay, now we're going to do a little throwback because when we're talking about fission and fusion, there's a few things that are important, but those things are kind of basic and you already know them. I'm just going to do a little refresher course on that. Okay, so first of all, we have to look at what is dividing, what's coming together. Where really it's just the stuff in the center, right? The protons, the neutrons, and yeah, the electrons, but let's focus on the protons and the neutrons. All you have to remember for this is that, and it's right here, right? Protons have positive, and remember they have a chart, they have a mass, how much they weigh, but the mass is, we say it's 1, and neutrons, yes, they have a charge of 0, but they're also heavy, and we say that they have a mass of 1 as well. And remember that electrons, they're the only one that, when you talk about the weight, when you talk about the mass, we say that the mass is 0. So only these two things in the center, the proton, the positive, and the neutron, which is neutral, have a weight to them. Okay? So one thing you're going to see in your practice problems, you're going to see you are used to this notation, right? And if you remember, the atomic number meant the number of protons. So if you have a 6, that means you have 6 protons. So where did the 12, the atomic mass, come from, right? All you have to do is remember, well, if you have 6 protons and your mass is 12, the only thing with another weight is the neutrons. So if you have 6 protons, to get to 12, you need another 6, because 6 plus 6 is 12. And that's going to be the neutrons. What we're doing now is we're just changing the game up a little bit, right? Now we're saying the 6, we're going to write it, the C, we're writing it right here. The 6, instead of being at the top, we're going to put it at the bottom. And the 12, we'll just put it at the top. That's it. They just literally just crossed, they flipped. And now the top one is the bottom one is the top one. Okay? And that's actually really convenient when you want to figure out your neutrons, because now I know that, looking at this, I know that carbon has 6 protons. 12 minus 6 is 6 neutrons. And I already know the neutrons. Okay? That's the only thing that we're going to recap. And again, that'll be important in the next video. But just know that when you look at this notation, that's what you're looking at, right? Numbers are flipped. We're still talking about protons and neutrons. They're the only one with a weight. So that's what you really have to worry about. And when we use the word fission, we think of division, it divides. And we think of fusion, comes together, it fuses together. That is it. Hope that helped. Watch the second video because that has some important stuff that you guys need to know. All right? Peace.